Hi friends, this is Mel from More Time to Teach, and I'm just stopping by today to talk to you all about Post-its and printing on them. I plan on teaching you how easy it is to print on them and share with you so that you can print on Post-its in your own classroom or at home. I use Post-its all the time. I use them to house my editable class list. Then when I collect papers, I just slap on my Post-it, and as my students turn in their work, I go checking off their names. I also use a Post-it every morning with my top 3, my focus for the day, what I want to accomplish before I leave. At the end of the day, my students use them for exit tickets. I use Post-its all the time, and I'm sure you do too. But today I'm going to show you how easy it is to print on these Post-its. So stay tuned. Go ahead and talk about how to create a template so that you can print on Post-its. First thing you want to do is go ahead and open up a new page on PowerPoint. I like my page to be portrait, 8.5 by 11, so a regular size sheet of paper. Then we're going to go ahead and create a box. So I'm going to click on Insert, Shape, click on the square, and if I go fast, feel free to go ahead and pause the video. Go ahead and open the square. It doesn't really matter the size that you make it at initially. Okay, so now that I have my square, I'm going to go ahead and go up here to the corner and change the dimensions to 3.05. The same for the height and the width. Now this is for printing on 3 by 3 inch Post-its. I like to give it a little bit of an extra border. That's why instead of making them 3 by 3 my boxes, I like to make them 3.05. Okay, once that is done, I always like to check that box so that both dimensions will always stay the same. And there we go. Oops, hold on. Let me come back here and hit enter, and now click the box. Okay, now I don't want to print blue on my Post-its, so I'm going to go ahead and change this background color. So my box is still selected, so I come to the side here, solid fill. I do not want a solid fill, so I click on no fill. The other thing is my outside border. I want it to be black and thicker, so I come to where it says solid line. I change the color to black, and my thickness, the width, I like to bring it up all the way to 3.5. I like a nice hearty border on my Post-its. Okay, so once I have my Post-it ready to go, hold on, let me double check that there is no shadow. So I come here, click on shadow, good, no shadow, perfect. Okay, so now I'm ready. I am able to fit 6 of these 3 by 3 Post-its on a page, so what I'm going to do now is copy the same square. So I right click, copy, come over here and paste. So I go ahead and bring it over here. It doesn't matter exactly, where you position them. Okay, perfect. Now we are going to go ahead and copy both of these squares. So I hit the Shift key and I go ahead and select both of my squares. I copy, I paste. Here I go. Now I have 4, and I'm just going to paste 1 more set of these squares. Okay, and if we like, we can go ahead and space them out a little bit more evenly. Okay, let me select all of them so I can just move them up. I'm a little crazy like that. I like my things to be centered, or at least kind of centered, look centered. Okay, so we're perfect. That's it. You have just created a Post-it template. Now you can go ahead and fill it in with whatever you'd like. Let's say you would like a Post-it that says, let's create a text box. Let's say you'd like it to say exit ticket. And this part you just basically write how you would any other PowerPoint slide. Okay, exit ticket. And then let's say I would like my students, I'm going to have numbers 1, 2, and 3. I'd like them to maybe record 3 things that they learned from one of today's lessons, maybe today's math lesson. Okay, so let me make it a little bit bigger. Maybe I want to space it out a little bit more. Okay, perfect. Let's just underline this. Okay, beautiful. Okay, that was just quick, just a little example to show you guys what it looks like. Now you're ready. We're going to go ahead and copy this and paste it into the other boxes so that it is the same. Okay, here's a little tip. I use these ruler guides sometimes to make sure that my text is aligned. So if you see my exit ticket, the underlined part is sitting right here on the same dashed line or ruler line as my other exit ticket, so I know they are perfectly centered. Okay, beautiful. So now I'm going to copy these 2 and I'm just going to bring it down to the next 2 squares. Okay, bring it down. Perfect. And I'm going to bring it down one more time. And this is easy, guys. Once you make a template and you save it, you are good to go, unless you want to modify it. Other than that, you're done. Okay, so we're going to come up here and we are ready to send it to our printer. Okay, now that we've created our template to print on our Post-its in PowerPoint, it's time to go ahead and print a sheet. So basically what I like to do beforehand is I like to open up my paper tray and I like to get a marker or a pen and I'll basically come to the top corner. Let me open it just a little bit more. And I like to just make a little line. So I know this is the corner of my tray. Now the reason why I do that is because I like to see how my printer prints. Some printers print on the same side of the sheet that's facing up. Others turn it around and print on the back. So this is so that I'm not wasting paper, okay? So now that I have that marked up, I'm gonna go ahead and send the template to print. Okay, it's gonna print now and let's see how our printer prints. There's our exit tickets. If you notice, there is no blue line in the top corner. If I get my paper and I flip it, there you go. There is my blue line. So I know that my specific printer, when it prints, flips the paper this way. And the reason why that is important is because once I stick my Post-its on my template, I need to know which direction to put my paper back into the tray, back in the paper tray, okay? Okay, our next step is to go ahead and add the Post-its right on our template. So you can use the black thick line border that we created to know where exactly to place our Post-its.
There we go. There's 1, 2, 3. And it doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it's inside of those guidelines. Here we go, 5. And our last one, 6. Okay, now we're ready to go ahead and insert this back into our printer so that we can go ahead and print directly on our Post-its.
Okay, so here is our sheets with the Post-its attached. Now what we need to do is find where our blue guide line is, the one that we drew. Here we go. So this tells me that I need to insert my paper in this way in order for it to print on the Post-its. So let me go ahead and do that. Here we go. Here is the paper tray. Let's insert it. Remember, Post-it side down because there's my blue guideline. And let's go ahead and let's send it to print. Okay, here it goes. Now you do not need to continue to print templates every time you do this. Once you have a template and remove the Post-its, you can just continue adding more Post-its to it. Here you go. There is our exit tickets. Quick, painless, done, ready to unstick and hand it to one of your students. Once you've learned how to print on Post-its, the possibilities are endless. And once you have a template done, it becomes very easy to go ahead and print on these Post-its.